This is the beginner's guide to Pokemon Go in 2023. We're going to cover the user interface as well as a quick tutorial on how to catch Pokemon and set up your settings for game optimization. So this bottom tab in the middle, there's a Pokeball. It's red and white. Go ahead and click on that. We've got 5 tabs. The shop tab just has items that you can secure with coins in the game, like raid passes, egg incubators, and Pokeballs. There's lots of other stuff in there too. You can also customize your avatar. But if we exit out and go back to that main screen, we'll hit the battle tab. This is how you can take on players in the Pokemon game. I'm not very good at it, but it is kind of fun. These are combos. You have 3 Pokemon and you battle against someone with 3 Pokemon as well. That can be kind of fun to do. You can also scroll down and train and take on the team leaders, which is Blanche, Candela, and Spark once you've navigated that portion in the game. After that, we can hit the items tab. This is going to be like your backpack, essentially. It's where all of your good items are. We've got potions, obviously, lucky eggs, incense. Incense is a way to attract Pokemon to your location. And this might be good if you're in a rural area and it's hard for you to be in a city or a populated place. We have a camera and fast TMs. These are how you change your Pokemon's attacks. You've got rare candies, which are ways to help your Pokemon level up and increase their combat power, as well as the XL candies, the rare candies here too. We have raid passes, which allow you to take on raid gyms. Like, think of them as like raid bosses, essentially. That's a way that you can get into raids. We have star pieces, which increase your Stardust, which is how you, again, level up Pokemon. You've got gifts you can share with friends, lots of Pokeballs, Ultra Balls, and Great Balls. We have lure modules, which you can drop at Pokestops to attract Pokemon to that specific location for 30 minutes or sometimes longer, depending on community days. You have berries that you can feed Pokemon to make it easier for them to be caught. Pineapple Berry will allow you to increase the amount of candies you earn after you catch the Pokemon. So if you feed a Pokemon a Pineapple Berry, it'll automatically give it 6 more candies if you catch it. There are other bonuses for times like community days and other events, special events that increase it to even more than that, but it's worth doing if you know that you really need candies for a specific Pokemon. There's also egg incubators and other items down here like Sunstone, King's Rock, Dragon Scale, and the Sonoa Stone and the Unova Stone. All of these, including the upgrade here seen, allow you to allow specific Pokemon to evolve, right? There's some Pokemon that need Dragon Scales, some that need a Unova Stone, so these are the last items in your bag. If we toggle out and go back to our main screen, that Pokeball in the middle, if we hit Pokedex, just like in the anime, this will show you Pokemon that you have caught, and all the regions are here. If we scroll with my finger to the top right here, we can hit the banner across. It'll show us how many we've caught for each specific region. And if you just want to scroll the actual Pokedex here, you can scroll down. You can see I've caught all of them for the Kanto region as well as the Johto. And if you get to a Pokemon that you haven't caught, but you've seen it, like this little Spinda, it'll generate the outline in the Pokedex, but I haven't caught it, so it doesn't give me any data. Now, I don't know what Pokemon 352 is, shout out to the Hoenn region, but as you can tell, I have not actually caught that. It doesn't even display. I haven't seen it, I haven't caught it, so there's no data on it. Another way to search your Pokedex, you can tap this banner in the bottom right. Right now, it's the purple sign that says all. This are other ways you can search through your Pokedex. You can catch Purified, Shadow, event Pokemon or lucky Pokemon. Let's do shiny just because everyone loves those. This will show you all the shiny Pokemon that I've caught. So I haven't seen very many. I've only seen 221 and I've only caught 152 and I don't have much, but that's okay. It's cool to look at it and it's here either way. If you want to search something else, go back to that banner in the bottom right and navigate through those toggles. If we exit out, let's hit the Pokemon. It's probably the most important tab in my opinion. The bottom left, you've got tags. This is a way to search your Pokemon with a criteria that you have utilized. So, for example, I have favorited 275 Pokemon. That's the star in the upper right. And I have a few other tags as well, like Trade, Evolve and Transfer, and Evolve as 3-star. So you can set those up on your own. It just helps you search better and navigate through your Pokemon deck. All right, the top right is going to be the eggs here. Let's toggle over there. This will show you the eggs you have in your backpack. You need an egg incubator, which you will eventually earn. You can also buy more in the shop. If you select that egg incubator in the bottom right, it'll show you how many incubators you have. So if you have more, they'll be listed here. I only have 1 hatching currently, but that's okay. Just so you know that it's here and available to you. Now, The middle tab is going to actually show your Pokemon. There's a search bar up here. We have a tutorial on how to actually navigate and optimize that the best way possible. But if you don't want to do that, that's cool too. Let's click on Dragonite, everyone's decent favorite dragon Pokemon. You'll notice the top right star is that favorite tab. I'm just deselecting it a few times just so you can see it. But this covers the information. If you wanted to edit Dragonite, give him like a nickname or something like that, you just select the gray pencil, then you would type in whatever it is you wanted to type in to name him. So I'm not gonna change his name because I think he's cool how he is. But if you want to power him up, you just select power up, and the minus sign is actually going to give you the highest combat power. You'll see I don't have enough Stardust as it's inculcated as red, as well as the XL Rare candies, that's also red, but I do have enough general candies. If we click the plus sign, it'll just show me if I currently want to power them up. We can do that. If I toggle one more time, again, I've run out of Stardust, I can't, but don't worry, it's okay. Let's power him up and see what it looks like. Cool. So he gained some combat power, and we can see if we scroll down where we caught him, as well as his attacks. And if we wanted to spend the Stardust, which I don't have enough of, you could also give him a new attack. Here, this will also be just below the power up button. It'll be where you can evolve Pokemon as well as Mega Evolve if that's a possibility for them. So just know it's there. The bottom right, the hamburger menu, we're going to select that. This will show us more entry for this Pokemon. We've got the Pokedex if we want to go right to it. Items, this will be if you want to like revive it, use rare candies on it, and stuff like that. You can also change the attacks with the charged TMs. The candy or XL candy as well if we want to see how many we have. The catch card, the tag, if we have like a tag, if it's like a buddy tag or something like that. A favorite, if it's favorited, which we did. The appraisal, and then if we wanted to transfer. I'm not going to select transfer because I don't want to transfer him at this time, but if we want to appraise it and see how strong it is, our team leader will come up and it'll display the 3 bars here, which show us the attack, defense, and health points. And if we exit out of that, let's just briefly know that you can scroll through your deck, and you can also, again, search these with recent, favorite, the numbers. This would be like the chronological number, so like Pikachu's 25. Health points is going to be how strong it is, like Ho-Oh, the Ho-Oh in my deck is 150 health points. The name, if you want to search by name, if we wanted to do like Eevee or something like that, we would type in Eevee, and it would show us all the Eevees in our deck. And then if we wanted to do the combat power, well, the name you can also search in chronological order or ascending or descending order. And then combat power, right? We can do our strongest all the way to like our weakest. So I've got a Chespin in there for 14 combat power. But I'm going to reverse it because I like seeing my strongest ones at the top. Briefly, let's cover the settings. In the top right, you'll click on the gear. This is pretty self-explanatory. Enable the ones that you feel would benefit you. I don't generally play with music or sound, but you can if you want. I do have vibration on just in case I am not paying attention and I have Pokemon in the background, so it'll vibrate once there's a Pokemon on the screen. I selected, battery saver and these other criteria. I do want to highlight for Adventure Sync, you do need to select this if you want your buddy to walk around with you. So it'll log as you walk in the real world, your buddy will gain candies as you are in this digital world, right? The other thing I want to touch on briefly is if we scroll down, there is an AR feature to this. If you're having trouble displaying your buddy, do not select this AR feature as I have now. If you leave it selected, it will not populate. You won't be able to bring it out and play with it and have it walk with you if you're doing community day or something. So I would suggest deselecting the AR feature, but if you don't want to, that's cool too. Don't worry about it. Just saying that it's here for you. Briefly, let's cover how to catch a Pokemon, because it wouldn't be a tutorial without that. Let's click on this Lotad. Cool, so we've got our berries in the bottom left. I'm just going to throw it a Nab Berry, and the bottom right is our balls. I'm just going to use a Great Ball. It's probably a little bit too much, but we'll just have fun. Actually pull the Pokeball with your finger, so it's like touch sensitive, and you can spin it and get a Great Throw or Great Ball or something like that. Alright, so we've caught him. It tells us it's a new Pokemon, so we have 100 XP, a curveball, which is going to give us 20 XP, and a first throw for 50 XP. We also got 1 XL candies. That's pretty good. After that, after you catch it, it'll display the Pokemon's information, just as we've seen here, and notice that there is a possibility for me to evolve them if I just had a few more candies. I think this is a good place to stop. Enjoy your day as we take on the new year with Pokemon Go in 2023.